All right, party people, what's going on with y'all early morning? As many of you know, I just put out a video a couple of hours ago, um, about 12:45 in the morning or something to that effect. Um, whew, just before I went to bed, talking about a day in the life of a notary starts at night, and that is 100% true. It does truly start at night. Um, I got up this morning to take my son to work, and my YouTube feed started just was being inundated with a lot of videos about people talking about getting signing companies, and one of the persons even on the video that I posted, and I'm looking for it now over here. Da, da, da. All right, so one of the persons asked where she is. Boo by 23. Do you mind sharing what companies keep you booked and busy? Um, One young lady, Christina Darden, asked, "How are you guys getting all these signings the day before, or even getting, or even being booked out so early?" Um, and then I started seeing, and it's really been over the last week, a lot of videos from other YouTubers who are notaries also that they're saying sign up for all of these signing companies. And I've mentioned this before. I'm not opposed to signing up for signing companies, but from a business standpoint, looking at that, not every single company operates in my area. Sometimes it's a little fruitless to sign up, and I'm sending my stuff out to 300 different companies just for them to come back and be like, or really not even come back and say they're not, because they don't do business in my area. So in this video, I'm gonna show y'all two of the sites that they talk about, and I do know that a lot of the YouTubers, they go to went through the loan signing system, and they're all saying, hey, when you get the loan signing system, of course, they give you a list of 300 companies. Even with the notary coach, showed you all the a lot of different companies. I think all of them, Notary to Pro, everybody, all of them have pretty much the same list. And what you got to understand, and I'm gonna be talking about some specific things in this video that might upset some people, but it's just being truthful based off of what I've heard from other signing agents. And just so you can understand, for the last couple of days, I've been talking to a lot of signing agents in different parts of the country who've taken various different courses. Some of them haven't even taken a course, and they're out there doing it, and they never even took a course from anybody. They just went, did the NNA, got certified, and they're making money. There's a guy up there in Maryland, him and his wife are doing it. They didn't take any training from anybody. Went and got NA certified, became title producers, and because in Maryland you have to be a title producer, and they're making money. And they got a team of people working with them and training them, and they're all out there doing it. So you can pay for training, but I think in this video I want to help you to understand what's really going on out here with the signing companies, even direct, all of that. And it's still, even though I know y'all probably tired of me saying this, it still boils down to business model. What is that company's business model? Their business model is to work in what states, what cities, dot, dot, dot. What level of notaries do they want to have? How many do they want to deal with? All of that. Okay. So this signing up for 300, 500, 16,000 signing companies, you got to understand that some of these companies don't even exist. Some of them don't even want to do business in your area, any of that. So I'm sitting here and I'm listening to all of this, and I've gone out and I look. So let me share my screen. And now, one of the things I want y'all to see right here, right here, this is my slogan that I came up with myself. I believe it's original with me, so don't try to steal it. All of that, I already got it patented. But it says experience starts when you are given a chance. And that's what all of you want. You want a chance. You want an opportunity to go out here and do what you've taken this training to teach you how to do. And some of you, and you're not getting it, and you're like, well, how come this person getting the opportunity and versus another person? Um, that's a good question. Truly a good question. So one of the things that I'm doing right here on this site here called Notary Rotary, I have an account with them. You can get a free account, you can get a paid account. But here is one of the problems that you have. You have a lot of these companies on Notary Rotary. All of these are signing companies. That's sort of small. So let me zoom in a little bit. So you have all of these companies on Notary Rotary that are supposed to be signing companies. Okay. These are signing central database of different signing companies. So you click on the signing company, it's supposed to give you their information. Okay, hey, here's a website. You click, website not found. It's not there. So you're like, okay, that's not working. Um, Above and beyond closing, nationwide. Okay, so they do stuff nationwide. There's no website. All they have is phone number. So that means you have to email them. You have to email them asking ... They got a P.O. box. This could be a mom and pop operation. Who knows? Okay, don't know how many. And they saying last minute closings are always welcome. So these are different companies out here. How do you get in contact with them? That's the hard part. Now you're starting to see, I got these companies listed and they're unavailable, unavailable, unavailable. Here's one that I found. This one, All Florida Title Service. I said, okay, let me go here. I'm from Jacksonville. That's where I grew up. And looking at their site, there's not a whole lot here for as about you being a notary and what you can do as a notary. So what do they have? Contact us. Okay. And so let's contact them. So I put my info in here. I know most of y'all got my number anyway. Let's see what subject I want to call this. Your notary network. All right, so I'm going to do this here live somewhat. All right, good morning. And I have I just put 2.5 years of loan closing experience. Oops. Early in the morning, spelling stuff wrong. Experience. And I put in there closings. Would like to register to be a part of your notary network. I am located in Virginia. And I put in there Hampton Roads. Well, let me do it this way. Be more specific. Virginia Beach, Virginia. All right. Thank you. Now, some of y'all who looking at this and, oh, no, that ain't the right way to write that, girl. This is a script. I'm not the marketing guy. Okay. I'm just being straight with you. I'm just, good morning. This is who I am, which they see it up there. Well, I'm the type I don't like redundancy. So let me take that out because my name is already in there. All right. Good morning. So good morning. Here's another thing that I can do. So to really get down, so I'm gonna go to my website and so boom. So what I'm gonna do is go here and I'm going to copy this link address and I'm going to give them my SnapDocs profile. Okay. All right. Please review my profile on SnapDocs. And then boom. So there they have that. And that way they can just go straight to the SnapDocs profile and look me up and see ... Okay. And submit. Boom. Once I hear back from them, if I hear back from them, I'll tell y'all. Okay. So on this site, Notary Rotary, and people say, well, how to get there? When you log in, you go into Signing Central. Under Signing Central, they have all of these different things. And I clicked on this here signing service list, I think it said. So these here, so let's see, ASAP signings, they're not there. Now, at this point, people are probably saying, primarily the loan signing system students, to say, well, that's why you sign up with the loan signing system, because they have a list of guaranteed ... Gotcha. I agree. They probably have a very good list of active companies. Okay. Here's another here's another site, Notary Quest. Notary Quest. There's different companies. So let's go with this company. Page OK. Page OK. That's all it says. Page OK. All right. Let's go with this one. Let's see what you give me. Okay. So this is what they do. So A24, a 24-hour mobile notary and fingerprinting. Okay. And their locations. Okay. They got locations in Virginia. So let's see. That's where I'm at. Boom, boom. They got mobile fingerprint and all of that. So this is somebody who I probably would say, okay, well, let me reach out to them. They got loan signing. Let's see what they talk about that. For mobile loan signing service, Sacramento, California, Florida, national. All right, national. And they're saying they got Virginia listed. Okay. So, and then it says, are you a notary fingerprinting service that have become one of our partners? So they're also looking at, I guess, franchising out their services to you. All their services, wedding stuff, and it seems like they do they're talking a lot about fingerprinting. I mean, fingerprinting. I don't do fingerprinting stuff, but it seems like that's what they're looking for. So they may be more about, yeah, so here, become a fingerprinter, significantly grow your business. Okay, so that might be something to look at if that's what you're interested in doing. But I really don't see anything on here about them being, really a signing service and all of that. But they're up here as, one of these companies that does that. All right. So they say mobile notary, but you see what they put first up here, that fingerprinting, mobile notary, live scan. They got loan signing. So loan signing might not be something that's their big thing. Loan signing and processing services for the state of California and Florida. So it seemed like that's where they primarily do their loan closings. All right. So America's Best Closers. I think I've done. Nope. I don't know. Well, this stuff ain't working. All right. American Title Company. Let's see what you got. And again, you can find companies because now there was a lady I talked to yesterday. She informed me that she actually went and talked in her own area. She's in Virginia, about 3 hours away from me. And she got, I believe, She has the list that Mark Wills gave. Yep, see that site? Dead. So she has his list. In addition to that, she also found an additional 100 companies that wasn't on his list. Okay. So she found other companies that wasn't on his list, contacted them, and there was one company, a signing company that's not too far from her in her area. And one of the things that that company told her was that they only use notaries that come through BankServe, BankServe, BankServe. BankServe only opens up to notaries from the 1st through the 7th of the month for new notaries. Okay. And new notary means somebody who's new to that system, not necessarily new to being a loan signing agent. You could be a loan signing agent, just never heard of them. So what they're doing is, I'm just checking something real quick. So they only use people. Let me stop for a second and talk to you. So they only use people that come from BankServe. So once you go through BankServe, get signed up with them, and they only do that from the 1st to the 7th, and it's a little bit of an interview process, and it can take about 3 weeks to get all the way through everything. Then you're in there. However, BankServe only takes people who got a certain level of experience. That's the thing. And the lady said, even if she did get through, you got through BankServe, they themselves, as a signing company, only take you if you got an X amount of experience. So here's the thing. You can sign up for 366,203 signing companies. You can sign up for every signing company in America. The question is, what is their business model for accepting new notaries? What is their business model for sending notaries assignments? There's a gentleman, he went through the loan signing course, and this is not me. This is just what he told me. He's out of North Carolina. And no, I'm not telling y'all these people's names. And great guy, me, him talking on the phone, chat. He's giving me some good information. I'm sharing good information with him. And he said he even received an assignment. But once they found out that he didn't have a certain level of experience, even though he's gone in a LSS and other training, but because he didn't have a certain level of experience, they took the order from him, saying, well, we like notaries who got more experience. See, that's the key right there. We want notaries who have more experience. That's why I work with notaries. You know, I work with, I'm helping my son out. I'm helping other people out. So I'm gonna help the people that's close to him. I'm gonna help them get some kind of experience. Now, here's what I've also found out. There are notaries, and you're saying, well, if that's the case, if it's about getting experience, but I don't have any, so how are these new notaries getting these orders and they have just as much or even less experience than me? They're lying. What do you mean they're lying? Some of them are lying on their profile. Some notaries are actually saying they have experience when they really don't. Some of them are, because of certain companies, you know, let's just be real. If you know the documents enough, you can fudge stuff. And nobody says that you have to put your stuff in SnapDocs or in any system so that they can see. All you got to do is just say, oh yeah, I've done a couple of loan closing. I've had a few, local companies around here that had just asked me to come in and do some loan closings for them. There are people who are sitting up here lying about their experience and their background. So let's just say you take a training course, doesn't matter which one. You get your notary commission. Let's just say right now, you got your notary commission in October. That company, okay, let's back it up even more. Once you become a notary, you are able to notarize any important document, which includes mortgages, okay? You don't have to be trained by anybody's system, notary coach, loan signing system, any of that, in order to be authorized to sign, notarize those documents, because that's in the essence what we're doing. Even if somebody said, well, you're only doing 5, irregardless of how many notarial acts you're doing, as a notary, commissioned notary, you are able to do those, okay? That's period. Because there's notaries doing it right now that are in title offices, and they don't have NNA certification. They don't have anybody's training. They're just a commissioned notary that works in the state, whether it's an attorney state or escrow state. They're working in that state, and they work for a company that does loan closings, and they're the notary and they can do it. That's just the truth of the matter. Okay. Now, because of that, you can say, yeah, I've been doing closings for a company, or I get called in to do loan closings from time to time from different local companies and all of that. And people are sitting up there flat out lying about that in their profile so that they can seem like they got more experience than they do. So you started doing loan closing training, whatever company it is, back in October. It took you till now, January, to finish it. They don't know that you're in this training. All they know is that you're NNA certified, which you got in the beginning, way back in October. You got NNA certified, the background check and all of that. And at that point, you can start doing loan closing. How do I know? Because there's many people who have actually done loan closings as soon as they became NNA certified. Coast to coast is sending them notifications. Here's a loan mod, here's a loan mod, here's a loan mod. They're doing that. Okay. I know a young lady who actually, all she had was her notary credentials from the state of Virginia. And she went and signed up on Notary Go with no background check, no NNA certification, no nothing, and was getting loan closings. And hadn't taken anybody's course at all, and was getting loan closing and was doing a darn good job. And I helped her out and took her out on a couple of assignments with me. And actually, she would bring her documents over just for a quick review. And basically, she did a very good job and didn't have any training at all. And I was like, okay, cool. So sorry about that, y'all. It's early in the morning. So people are fudging, not being upfront, not being honest about their credentials. And they're getting on these notary portals. They're sending people stuff. They say, send me your resume. People say whatever they want on a resume. And if you communicate your fake experience well enough, you can get in there. And let's just be real, people. Don't think that just because this is a notary industry that folk aren't lying about their background, their experience to get ahead. There are people who are doing that, okay? And I've never really wanted to talk about this subject because I know it's taboo. I know I know I'll probably get a whole bunch of thumbs downs on this video, which I'm not in it. Y'all know I'm not in it for the likes or the thumbs up, none of that. I don't care, okay? I really don't care. And not even really, I just don't care, okay? It's not saying really mean I sort of care, but no, I don't care at all about the likes and all of that. I want y'all to understand what's really going on out here. And I commend everybody who's saying, okay, well, here's how you get signings. Here's how you get your first signing. I'm going to tell you, the way you get your first signing is by making yourself available when nobody else is. Sign up for Notary Go. Sign up for these companies. Get on SnapDots. Get on Signing Order. All of that. Get on those platforms. And when the order comes out for 8 o'clock at night, yes, I'm available. You tell your husband, you tell your wife, you tell your kids, mommy, daddy, I'll be back. If you don't have any kids, your husband say, baby, I'll be back. Matter of fact, honey, it's not at night. Get up out the bed, honey, and ride out there with me because I don't want to be out there by myself at night. But I got to take this order so I can get my experience. That's what I did. That's how I got started. I've shared this before, plain and simple. All I'm doing, I just take the orders. If the order came in at 8 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, on the weekend, for some of you, those of you who go to church, order comes in and they say, hey, look, we got this order. We'll pay you $150. It's going to be at 11:30. Church starts at 11. Preacher, I'll catch you next Sunday. Oh, that's blasphemous. Depends on how you look at it. Because if you're saying, you're praying, you're hoping, you're wishing, hey, I need the opportunity, and a legit opportunity comes, and unfortunately, and I just use the word because unfortunately for you, it comes at a time that you would typically be at your worship service. Now the question is, are you going to do it? Now, of course, you could reply back to them, say, hey, you can say, hey, well, can we do a little bit earlier or a little bit later? Is that possible? If they say, okay, well, yeah, we can, because I normally go to church at this time, and you can negotiate the time, and they'll be like, okay, yeah, you know what, it can be. Great. But if they say, well, nah, it really needs to be at this time because these people, they have something, they're getting ready to go out of town. Now you have to ask yourself, do I want to do this assignment or do I want to pass? And if the company can't find anybody else, and they tell you, and I've heard people tell me, look, we can't find anybody else. Can you please do this? Now you got to make a decision. Are you going to do the signing or not? There's been times where I just got in the house, done took my clothes off, sitting there in my little shorts, t-shirt, chilling, might be looking at a basketball game, might even be in a conversation with the wife, and all of a sudden it's like notification come in, and I look at it, not available. Even though it says $125, I'm tired, not available. 3 minutes later comes back, 175, not available. Get a phone call. Hey, we got this order out there. Can you please do it? We can't find anybody to do it. The notary that was assigned to it had a car accident, ... We can give you 200. We need to get this done tonight. Okay, no problem. I tell myself, yeah, I saw the order. I figured somebody else would pick it up. No, nobody's picking it up. Other notaries, they just flat out. I mean, this is what I've been told. They, some notaries have fussed back at the signing company for calling them at that time of night or ... So since I marketed myself nighttime notary, they called me. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go then. No problem. And then they appreciate that. That's how you get started. You get started when the order comes in, you say I'm available. Now, if you are a person who the only time you feel that you want to do signings is between 8 in the morning and 5 in the afternoon, you got a lot of competition out there. A whole buttload of competition, irregardless. I don't care if you signed up for 300,000 signing companies. If the only time that you say you're available is during the prime time that these companies, that these people are working, these other notaries, you are going to have a difficult time getting an order. And then you say, well, I ain't doing nothing at night. Now, I'm not talking about the people who can't because you don't have childcare or any of that, or you only have one vehicle and your husband works at night or your wife works at night and they have the car. Got it. That's understandable. Okay. However, you can still do Uber, Lyft to get to an assignment. I know, like in New York, notaries do that. They take public transportation, they take Uber, Lyft, all that kind of stuff to get to where they got to go. So if you find you're a good Uber or Lyft driver, somebody you can rely on, that's one way that you can do that. Okay. You can do it that way. But let's just say you just can't. We got that. However, another way, really, you can rent a car. That's what we do. We rent a car. You can do that, but let's just say you flat out can't do that. Now, you have to make up your mind. You say, well, I can do night. I just don't want to. You're going to have to sacrifice some nighttime hours and take orders during that time. You're going to have to try to see if you can find somebody to watch the kids or to be available to watch the kids, so that in hopes that you can get an order. That's some of the stuff that you're going to have to do. And that's stuff that I know definitively that other notaries have done, especially ladies. They sit there and they ask, They got somebody that's ready to watch the kids. If they got a teenager, they tell that teenager, get your butt off of Facebook, get your butt off of Instagram, watch your brother and sister, cook them dinner, feed them, give them their baths, help them with their homework. I'm out and got 3 assignments tonight, getting ready to make $450. I'll see you in a set. And they have that teenager do what they got to do. That's the kind of stuff you have to do. You have to put yourself in a position so that when the order does come, you can take it. Many people I hear like, oh yeah, I can. Oh, the order came in. I didn't know what to do. I wasn't ready for it. So you signed up for 300 signing companies, but when the order comes in, you're not ready. You get a phone call and you're not ready. I don't have ink. I don't have printers. I don't have nothing. I don't have paper. So get ready. Because if you say you want this, and when it comes and you're not ready for it, then what? So sign up for as many signing companies as you want. I personally did not sign up for 300 signing companies. I'm going to put in the description all the signing companies that I am currently with. Okay. And some of them you probably already know, but I'm going to put in every single one that I'm currently dealing with. And I get orders from them. Once you get that first order, do a good job with it. Be personable, be on time, get the documents shipped out on time. That's the kind of stuff that you have to do. Another thing, go there with good personal hygiene. There are notaries out here, their personal hygiene is jacked up. They stink, they look disheveled, they don't look clean, they don't look organized, lips all chapped, a little dried up, skin peeling off, stuff all in your eyes, shoes got holes in them, clothes all wrinkled. No. When you go to the person's house, don't just take it upon yourself to just park in their driveway. Park on the street. Walk up to the house. When you get inside the house, don't be, like you casing a joint. You're not, oh, wow. People do that. Oh, wow. And then you start talking about that. No, you're there to conduct business. You're not there on a daggone open house tour. Don't wear too much perfume. Don't wear too much cologne. People walk up in there smelling like a daggone Macy's perfume counter. All of that kind of stuff. And see, one of the things that you got to understand, after the signing, they do a survey and they ask you, they ask the signer, how was that notary? Or if you want to say, how was the loan signing agent? Doesn't matter what your title is. How was the person who came there and notarized the documents? What was their attitude? How was they presented themselves? Did you feel uncomfortable with them? So if you come there all disheveled, looking disorganized, smelling like a beer factory, smelling like the 1,066 cats that you got in your house, smelling like you just finished cutting grass, all of that stuff counts. And there are notaries who are going to these assignments very unprofessional. There are notaries coming in there. They're not being considerate. They're not being compassionate toward the people or any of that. And that kind of stuff is what stops you from getting your next assignment. So I'm not against the 300 signing companies thing. You can do that if you want. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm not saying that you should. What I'm saying is you need to understand from a business standpoint, and this is about doing business. Okay. This isn't W-2. Okay. Where you like, okay, I'm gonna just flood all the companies, who hiring electrical engineers with resumes and hope that I get one, No, when you're running a business, you got to be strategic in how you're going to attack, because you want to not waste time. And I'm hearing from other notaries that they're calling companies, they're talking to these companies, and they're sitting up there flat out telling them, like, look, You ain't got no experience. I ain't even dealing with you. We don't do stuff in your area. Prestige Notaries. That's one of the companies I first signed up with. I'm sitting up there waiting for over a year. Never heard anything from them. And I'm like, wait a minute, why I keep getting emails from them, getting discounts on this supplies and that supplies. And I say, hey, did I do something wrong? Because I've never received a notification for y'all for notary work in my area. And this is the area I live at. Oh, we don't do work down there. The closest we do is like maybe Williamsburg. Well, that's an hour's away from me. I'm like, okay, an hour away. And then when I start, and they sit through me a bone, and I started seeing a few notifications from Williamsburg, but it was paying like 75, 80 bucks, maybe 90. And I'm like, okay, and the time that they wanted it done wasn't at a time that I could do it because I was working a regular job. And I was like, man, drive a whole hour plus. So I don't get any notifications from them anymore at all because they really don't do anything in my area. So that's the key. From a business standpoint, what is their business model? What's your business model? Because, okay, look at it this way. If you know the only time you're really available is in the evening, and that signing company doesn't really do anything in the evening, they don't do anything on the weekends because they close down at 5 o'clock, so they don't have any notary support to give you. So therefore, they just try to do all of their signings in the mornings for when they're there. And they don't do anything on the weekend because they don't have anybody that they can want to pay to come in and provide you notary support. What's the use of being with that company until now? You can sign up with them, but you're not going to get anything that's going to fit your schedule if you have to do everything in the evening or weekends. So as a business owner, as a person doing this notary business, you have to look at your schedule, when you can do it, and then try to find a company that can fit in. Not just throw all your stuff out there and hope that it sticks. That's not a business model. That is not. I'm gonna throw my credentials out there and hope that it sticks somewhere. And you doing that, and that's all you do. And you that is not how you run business. And a lot of these YouTubers, there's all they're saying is just do this, just do this, just do this, and it'll come. Another thing you can do, which can work, I've had it work for me twice. Somebody can specifically request you and say, I want this person to be my closer. The young lady, I did her closing. She was impressed with what I was doing. She became a loan signing agent. She's doing good. She's pulling in about $3 to $4 grand a month, and she's doing it part-time. Then she just refinanced a couple of months ago, and she told them she wanted me to be her loan closer again. And they made it happen. Another lady, I did her closing. Then when she had some more houses that she was closing because she's a real estate investor, she specifically requested me. Boom, that can happen. But here's another thing for you senior notaries out there. If you know that you can't do an order comes in, here's one of the things I do, and I suggest that you do it. And when you reply back that, hey, I'm not available, type in the name of a notary that you know could use that work. And that's what I would do. I would type in my friends' names. I would type in 1 or 2 names, not a whole list, 5 and 6, but I would type in 1 or 2 names. I'll say, please consider using ... Please consider using so-and-so. Please consider using one of these 2 notaries. And a lot of times I would call them and say, hey, what y'all got going on this week? And I would find out what their schedule is and tell them, say, hey, let me know when you get booked, because if an order comes in, I want to be able to say that, want to ask them to call you. Now, sometimes the notary companies, they will, sometimes they won't. But in some cases, they have called them, and some of my friends have gotten orders that way. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you're a senior notary and you're getting orders in, let them know, hey, I'm unavailable, but this notary that I have been working with and seeing them in action, they're good. And then you just hope and pray that that person don't jack anything up. And this is what got me started working and helping people out, really, because then I'm sitting here referring you, and I'm like, okay, if you need any help, call me. If you're at the table, call me. Call me and let me know that, hey, Griff, I'm doing this assignment, dot, dot, dot. And I've even gone out on people's assignments with them when they had their very first one. I'm like, okay, let's go. Now that was before I really got busy, but I still do that if I can. But that's the kind of stuff that I do. So for those of you who are YouTubers who are doing this notary game, or notaries who are not doing YouTube, however you want to classify yourself, help the other notaries out. I know this video is way, way long, and I don't know how many people are going to be here at this point of the game, but help them out, okay? Help them out. Sign up for as many as you want. That's on you. I'm not saying that it works. I'm not saying it doesn't work. All I'm saying is just be aware that people are lying about their credentials. They're lying about how much experience they have, because some people are unscrupulous. That's just the truth of the matter. Not everybody's going to be honest. People lie on their resume. They'll lie about their credentials. Oh yeah, I've done 15 closings. I'm doing 3 closings a month, 3 closings a week. And if that title company, that signing company don't have time to verify that, they're like, okay, wow, they got some experience, and do it. Okay, well, we'll give them a shot. And then if they do it well and they fortunate enough to do the closing great, then they're like, oh, okay, well, I guess that experience showed that they have it. Anybody, I mean, you can do a good closing, but I don't like the fact that some people are sitting up here lying about their experience just to get bumped up to the head of the line. I hope you won't do that. But if you do, that's on you. I didn't have to do that. I never even thought about doing it because I was always concerned that somebody would challenge me on that. And that's the worst thing you can have as a notary. So all I'm saying is, and I'm not accusing any of the YouTubers who are out here of doing that, because I personally do not know, but I have been personally told that by other notaries that they have heard and have been directed, even themselves, to say, hey, well, why don't you just tell them your experience is this level? They ain't gonna find. I mean, how would they know? Just tell them you've been doing it a year and a half and all of that kind of stuff, and you just signed up. Because technically you can be doing loan closings for years before you become a loan signing agent for certification wise. You could have been doing it for a year with a title company sitting in their back office, just sitting there, before you became a certified person through NNA or taking anybody's training course. And nobody will be able to sit there and take this. Who's going to take the time out to really verify that? Well, give me the name of that person, dot, dot, dot. You can just say that and you can fudge it. I mean, if you understand the documents enough, you can speak through an interview and like, okay, so if you've been trained properly, you can just sit there and speak. Oh yeah, I know what this form is, that form is, dot, dot, dot. And you can talk a good game and get in there. But when you get into some tight situations and stuff, your character is going to show. So that's how I feel. That's what I'm thinking about when it comes to this 300, 500, 16,000 signing company. Just sign up. Throw your credentials out there. Make sure everybody got your credential. Make sure everybody. Okay. And all these people you sending it to, none of them like, nah, you ain't got enough experience. But I took this course, but you ain't got no experience. Go get some and come back to me. That's how a lot of people are being dealt with. And that's just the truth of the matter. So it's early. I got to go do some other stuff. I got to cook me some breakfast, get my dad his food together and everything. I'm here to help. It's just that simple. So notaryhelp@griffinnotary.com. Shoot me an email. I'll be glad to help you um, to the best of my ability to listen to you, to talk through some strategies, all of that kind of stuff. If you're in the Virginia area, Virginia Beach, Hampton Roads area, I'll take you out with me as much as I can. I'll check with the customer. All I need you to do, you got to be NNA certified, background check. I'm not concerned about what training system you went through. You need to be NNA certified, background check, all of that. Then I feel comfortable taking you out with me. If you want to do a Zoom meeting to go over documents, I got redacted documents that I can post, show you where everybody's information, private info, information is all blacked out, and help you understand the documents. If that's what you need, I'll be more than willing to do that. And I think right now the best time for me to do that is on the weekends, because I'm trying to just do closings Monday through Friday and then have the weekends available to help y'all out. So you just let me know. And I'm going to say this because I know people keep asking, how much does it cost for me to help you out? $0. I don't charge for this. I'm just here to help people out. Yes, people have given me something from time to time, but it's not required. I don't expect it. I don't look for it. There's no side angle to it. I'm just being being transparent. You need help. And I don't feel that trying to extract funds from anybody when they barely have the funds just to do what they need to do in this business is the right thing to do. My goal is to get you going, to help you get going, to give you that encouragement, to help you get that confidence. That's where it's at. That's really where it's at. Okay. So I'm looking at, seem like I'm going to have to start doing some sessions with people or groups of people on the weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays. And if that's what I need to do to help people out, then I will. And I did one last weekend and it went well. And then my man, Roger Sanders, he is prepping for his first signing. And sometimes in a spiritual, in the atmosphere, sometimes when you get that, when you finally say, I'm ready, I'm confident, then the door opens. When you're hesitant, it don't. So my job is just to get you to the point of being able to say, I'm ready. I got this. Okay, I can see that I can do this. The opportunities can come in. But if you're constantly blinding yourself, blocking yourself, the opportunities could be there, but you're not ready to take it. And my goal is to get you ready to take that opportunity. So that's why I don't do all this fluff stuff. I don't just make it seem like if you just go and do this, it'll just, no, there's some work in this business. And I worked my butt off and many, many others. So lastly, do not think just because you go to anybody's training course, just because you have these signing companies, that's going to instantly put you on the same financial level of making money as somebody who's been out here busting their butt for 3, 4, 5 years. It is not an instant thing, okay? It is not. You got to work at this. And if you're unwilling to work at this, then to be honest, you're messing things up for the rest of us because you're giving us a bad name. So stop being a shyster, do the stuff right. Everything else will fall in line. All right. Talk to y'all later. Peace.